Okay. Hello, everyone. It says I'm live, so I'm going to assume I am. I've never used the StreamYard, I don't know what it's called, platform before, but for some um, of the lives that I want to do on multiple pages or on social media, I definitely am trying this out. I think it's a little bit smoother. It's highly recommended, the whole deal. So disclaimer, if I don't know what I'm doing or I click a button or don't see a comment, I'm apologies. Actually, I don't. Oh, wait, hold on. It says comments over here. So we're just gonna, okay. So I think that if you, just my experience with other people using StreamYard, I don't know if it shows at the top where the description is. If you click on there, it's something like allow StreamYard to see your name or something like that. That way, if you do comment, I can see your comments because I'm not sure exactly, how it looks. If you don't click on the StreamYard thing that's right above the screen, honestly, like I said, I've only used StreamYard from this end, the other end. I've never used it this way. So if I don't see your comments right now, I'm sorry. I will figure it out, I promise. But I do know that a lot of times you have to click on the let StreamYard filter your comments. Okay, so this, I know I didn't do yesterday's Wednesday, I'm sorry. There's been so many exciting changes going on and different things going on. But I did want to go live to set a few intentions, and I thought I would do something a little bit different. Instead of, writing some amazing affirmations down and that sort of thing, which of course is amazing to do. I had made reference to, let me see if I can show this. I'd made reference to this activity that we did at my women's veteran retreat. And it was actually with the Wounded Warrior Project. And it was, because people keep asking me, it was different than the Battle Within, where I went to the women's cohort for veterans last October, but it was just as impactful. I'm in a completely different space now. I've done a lot of healing this past year, and it was perfect for where I'm at now. And when I went through the Battle Within last October, it was perfect for where I was then. So anyways, what I thought I would do, and I can't, there's kind of a glare from there, but I'll read some of these that I wrote. So this is called art journaling. And I'd never done this before. I've done, your typical old school vision boards where you get some magazines and cut them up. I tried doing a vision board on Pinterest, and Pinterest is so fun and it has so much stuff on it. I'm not gonna lie, I literally get the squirrel mentality. I'm on Pinterest, and then all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, look at that dress, or oh, that's a great quote, or I'm gonna add this to my other board, or I should repost this. And then my Pinterest vision board kind of goes, okay, one second. I can see Danielle's, I can see that comment. I cannot see if it's, somebody just put, hi, can you see my comment? See, I'm putting it on the screen. That's how I see it. So I'm not sure, how that works. I don't even know how to get it off the screen. So we are learning all the stuff. So we're learning all the things, which I don't mind. I mean, it's Mercury retrograde. Oh, and I've been having a Mercury retrograde, let me tell you, which I always do, and it's always going with the flow and fun. So, oh, there we go. See, I figured it out. But with the retrograde, this is something that I will say. As with a Mercury retrograde, I honestly, and we have them, what, 2 or 3 times a year? Gosh, that even seems a lot. I legit always experience something like, oh, and it's like okay. However, it's always something that needed to change. And maybe, to be honest with myself, I wasn't going to make the change. I was trying to, it wasn't like a false sense of self, but it was still like, I'm going to use my tools. I'm going to make this work. Or, they're just a really nice, genuine person. And I don't know, like, I don't want to lose a relationship, and not necessarily intimate, but this just in general. Those sort of things, which are the themes that are coming up. So I already had my Mercury retrograde day one, boom. It was like, and so yeah, but I'm okay with it. So we're good. And let's get back to the art journal. I always get sidetracked. Okay. So it's not really a vision board, because you can do anything you want. Like, I just happened to the woman who did this shared her story, and it was really powerful. She had a story of hitting rock bottom, and like, she's going through it, her husband's going through it, her daughter started going through it, and it was just one of those, to use a tarot phrase, tower card moments, where everything just collapses. But we all know, excuse me, we all know that when a tower card moment happens, it also gives you an opportunity to rebuild. And not to use a tarot metaphor, but just in general, when our so the tower card is like, it shows like a tower and it's on fire and it's just like crazy, and it's gonna be rubble in like 30 minutes. And we've all done that. I literally, I don't care who you are, honestly. Like, every single person has experienced some kind of, for them, rock bottom or big transition or moment in their lives where maybe things aren't going quite like they thought they would. And it's the hero's journey. They can either, succumb to the, I don't know, stress of it, or crisis of it, or whatever word you want to use, the trauma of it. Sometimes it's a major trauma we don't have control over. And I understand that. But my point is that every single person has this point, some point in their life, sometimes multiple times, depending on how old you are and what you've experienced. But one thing that it's kind of a pet peeve of mine is when people minimize their own feelings or their trauma, or like, oh, well, I didn't go through this, and they start doing that comparison of mine wasn't. And I hear this a lot, just being a veteran, somebody's like, oh, well, I served over there, but I didn't experience what so-and-so experienced. So, they probably have it worse than me, or I don't have a right to feel what I feel. I don't have a right to embody my feelings or my trauma, or to, say it out loud or say it to other people, or, like, absolutely you do. We're all different, and we all handle our situations the way we handle them. And part of growth is, looking at your situation and being like, this sucks, or like, I don't know what to do, or wow, I really failed on this one. You know what I mean? I made a bad decision, like, okay, like, we did it. How do I feel? I don't feel good about this, or it makes me want more. Like, I just realized I don't want this. Now I want this. So it can be motivating. But if you don't take a hard look and validate your own feelings and your own situation, then it's really hard for you to move past that and to grow from it and to not, get depressed or have continued anxiety or all the things that we kind of put ourselves through, trying to minimize or hide us. So we don't want, okay, so yes. So I think I can show this. We all have different life paths, fears, and trauma. Absolutely. And so one of my biggest things is I'm always like, if someone's like, oh, I shouldn't have, oh, I just word vomited, or wow, I shouldn't bitch about homeschooling. Can I say that on live? I don't know. I shouldn't complain about homeschooling, or I'm feeling really stressed that like I'm not a good parent. And I'm like, absolutely, you should share that. Like, I want to hear it. And these are just with, friends. It's not even on a live stream with comments and stuff. It's just keep it real. Like, I'm really stressed out about homeschooling myself. Like, I don't know what fifth grade math is, what's going on with it nowadays, but this isn't what it was when I was in school, and like just trying to be there for my daughter and be there for support the teacher who's dealing with this at, a 20 kid level. Yes. So validate, 100% validate what you're feeling. Number one, don't minimize it, validate it and feel it. And then two, when you feel it, like what can you do? Do you need to reach out to somebody? Do you need to get a healing? Do you need to just phone a friend? And you don't even have to necessarily talk about what you're going through. Just phone a friend and BS about what they're going through, or have some fun, or go out for some coffee, or, take a walk. There's plenty of other things you can do to help shift the mindset. And I know a lot of us feel guilty when we don't I know I do. And I hear this from some of my other friends. A lot of us are leaders and are the ones that, are always like, hey, if you're having a hard time, call me. Or, we're always there. We're always kind of in a service mindset. And so when we're going through it and like, we need to reach out, it's like, I don't know, like, oh, I have all these tools. Like, I've been to all these retreats. Like, I should be meditating more, or I'll just go out and walk in nature. And you forget that, like, you need to be able to process things too. So to all my peeps out there, and yes, I say peeps, to all of you out there that are sitting in your stuff and you're not getting it out or not just sharing it, especially with a friend, or just, we can word vomit on my comments, whatever you need to do, get it out. Just do it. Like, you need to. It's fine. So, art journaling. What I wanted to do today, Alicia's starting her, the next cohort of certification practitioners. And not everyone that goes through the Sacred Soul Alignments certification ends up being a practitioner. But the energy is so exciting this time, and I don't know if it's because I'm in a different space, but it starts today, and so I do want to catch some of her live as well. I watched a couple live this morning on some other pages, and they were so inspiring. And I was like, you know what? I didn't get to do my intention setting yesterday. I'm going to do it. And so I wanted to do something different and include my art journal. And I really wish I was a YouTuber with this fancy camera and all that stuff, but I'm not. So I'm just going to see, let's see. Okay. So you can see some of the stuff that I put on mine. And what she did was she just had all these, like, she had some pictures, where I'm at, pictures. Let's see, this is going to be fun. Here. And like, then I just added, obviously, with roses, they're the highest vibration in any practice I've done, in any culture, religion. So of course I was drawn to the roses. So I included those. And I need to include some pictures. And there's the queen. Look how cute she is with her crazy hair. What? With her I am loved. I love you. She's showing, whoops, how do I do this? No, I'm going the wrong way. I'm thankful for you. So there's gratitude. And then this one here actually says, note to self, I need to go and have some fun today. Because what am I always saying? Go out and have some fun. You got to be in your joy. To attract joy, you got to be in your joy. We have another thing. Let's see. It says, I always say, hello, beautiful souls. So I included that. Live a life of love and bravery. Absolutely. Every day. Let's see. A few of these are too small to be on camera. Let's see. Some days are braver than others. That's like literally the center of my art journal. Some days are braver than others. So what we did in this exercise, and she does do some lives. So I'm going to do like a watch party with one of her lives the next time she does one. But we painted first. So in the background, you can see this green and pink, which are obviously my brand colors, and the big heart, because I'm like a huge heart person. So I did paint first, and then you go and you cut out these different, whatever you're drawn to, and everybody did something different. Obviously, my theme is hearts, and was going along with where I am in my journey right now and where I am being bravely authentic. And I'll just read a couple of these. Over here in this, I kind of did it where like each section was kind of its own theme because I'm type A and organized, and I'm okay with it now. Yeah, so this one's you are heard, joy in the journey, you are amazing. This says be courageous, and it has story and soulful. So, you know, telling your story, that's a big thing with me right now, is telling the story. A lot of the people that I connected with now are sharing their stories on a weekly, daily basis. And I'm learning, one of my mentors, as I always talk about the Light Beamers community, please join them. They're amazing community. I was completely welcomed. I've been doing the live Wednesdays and pretty engaged as much as I can with the community. But April's amazing, and she was a journalist before, and she's just really great about hearing you and then sharing how you can share your story to be heard or resonate with other people and make that connection. Because sometimes you just have all these stories and you're not quite sure like what to do with them. Okay, so this one is the gratitude corner. It says thank you. It's got gratitude. Oh no, it says because. I'm sorry. It says because gratitude. This says thanks. This one I think says be brave. And what is at the top? The little things count. So with gratitude, which is one of my 4 core pathways for living bravely authentic, is gratitude. So I also wanted to include that in the art journaling when I saw it. But it's really about having gratitude for everything. Like, I don't know, anytime something happens, even when my Mercury retrograde experience happened the other day, I immediately, like, as I was processing it, the information, and I sat there for a second, and then I was like, you know what? Thank you, universe. I asked you to help out with this situation. I was feeling this disconnection. I was feeling like I wasn't being heard or supported. I asked a couple days ago, you know, watch what you ask for. I asked a couple days ago, you know, I didn't know what to do. I kind of put it in the universe's hands. I always talk about the universe to-do list, which is probably something I should do in a live sometime because it's really fun. And I tell everybody about it and they're like, whoa, when they try it and it works for them. So I put it on my universe to-do list, and yeah, the universe handled it. So that to me, I was like, thank you. I mean, what else do I say? I got what I wanted, and it helped unblock a lot of blocked energy that was coming from this kind of discord. And so thank you. Okay. So what I wanted to do is, for using the Sacred Soul lens, let me see what's down here. This is, so this says love deeply, be you, choose love, freedom, and healing are the 3 phrases I use down here. So what I was thinking of doing was just doing a quick intention. So it's called the Sacred Light Intention Healing Download. Normally we use the Sacred Light Intention beliefs to clear what I always say guckies because I have kids. We clear out the stuff we don't want. Like you would use a Sacred Light belief for like, I'm not feeling heard, I'm not worthy of success, kind of all the negative self-talk that we might hear from ourselves, unfortunately, but also we might hear what I like to say is I don't say those things to myself, but I feel like someone else is thinking them or saying them, or like if someone's gonna watch this live and they're just gonna be like, who is this girl? Like just giving all this information, like she's a trauma healing expert, and like, I mean, granted, I've been doing this for like 10 years, I don't know, with, clients, but like also with my own stuff, especially in this past year, and then with the Sacred Soul Alignments, like that is a ridiculous thing. Like they might, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's their choice. But I don't have to embody it. I don't have to worry about it. I am here for everyone that shows up for themselves, and shows that for me, I show up for you. And so it's clearing those limited beliefs and getting them out of your space. And then you run the Sacred Light Intention healings for all the good stuff, all the good self-talk, all the change talk, as we call it. And all the stuff all the intentions that we want to embody, all the things that we truly feel about ourselves, that our higher self, when we're connected with our higher self and we're aligned with our expansive energy. So, okay. So I just want to, I know I talk fast. Sorry. I'm from California, and growing up, like everybody talks pretty fast, and I didn't even realize I talked fast. Now I'm talking slow. I didn't even realize I had a faster speech pattern until I went, well, probably until I joined the military, and I went to other countries and, moving to the Midwest. And then everyone's like, wow, you really talk fast, or how much coffee have you had? Or I'm like, what do you mean? So I apologize if I do speak a little bit fast now and then. I realize on a live I need to slow it down a little bit. I do get excited. So yes, so my disclaimer, I'm from California. I am biracial, and we have a lot of fast talkers on certain sides of the family. So, all right, so what we're going to do is okay. So we're going to go ahead and just drop into the heart space. And I'm not going to run a full heart of creation right now. Once you start doing these, you don't necessarily have to go through the whole process out loud. Also, Alicia, for those of you that are connected with Alicia's page, if you haven't seen it, she just did a heart of creation, kind of an explanation of how she created, or I don't know what the right word is, kind of put together the heart of creation meditation specifically for the wording and stuff. And I thought it was really interesting. Oh, hi, Andrea. It was an emotional day. Yep. So I was in a cohort with a really great group of ladies last week. So I'm glad that I think every time you do a retreat or you do something that really shifts your soul and your mindset, it's always the right people that are with you. So I'm glad you're joining us, or all of us that are here live or on the replay. So what I'm doing is we're just gonna drop down into the heart space. However you see, feel, or imagine your heart space. You can even put your hand over your heart and make that connection. you can put your hands kind of down by where you're seated and feel more grounded. Or you can just close your eyes and breathe and just feel into it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down into the heart space and feel that connection. Bring in the particles that are you, that you want to bring into this. Essentially, it's a healing space. And then we're just going to imagine this energy, and we see it as like a pink light, your pink light of compassion, your heart space energy. You're just going to see it go all the way down to the center of the earth and connect in with Mother Gaia. And it's really a sacred space connecting in with the heart of Gaia. And it's the heart-to-heart connection. I always see it as if I was giving Gaia like this warm, because I'm very visual, this warm hug. And I can see this and it's so interesting. I have the heart kind of in front of me in this heart space, but it's really that heart-to-heart connection that those that know me and know my healing journey this past year, last October when I went through my cohort, my biggest thing is that I couldn't hug or I couldn't feel hugs. I couldn't feel that energy with my friends. I couldn't feel it with my kids. It was like the saddest thing in the world. However, I can feel hugs now. And it's the most amazing thing the day that I realized, even after I had started opening that space up and hugging people, actually feeling that energy and realizing, like, when one of my best friends, she lives in Topeka, so I don't get to see her often. But she gave me this hug, and she's a really big empath. And I felt it. And I was like, girl, I didn't realize, I know how you are as a person, but I never realized how soulful and how genuine her hugs are. They're amazing. And no wonder she soaks up everyone's energy. She just gives the most amazing hugs. So anytime I get to see her, I love to give her hugs because that energy exchange is so amazing. So give that energy exchange to the heart of Gaia. Just really feel into that. We're going to bring that golden, rich energy of strength and growth and connection and expansion up with us, back up through the earth, into the earth star chakra, into the legs, in onto all the root, sacral, and solar plexus, all those chakras into the heart. It's going to mix with the pink light of compassion. And you don't have to know what all these things mean. You just know that it's happening. The intention's there and it's working. Just the fact that you showed up and you're listening, your soul and higher self and you are engaged in this healing and you're receiving it 100%. So we're going to take this mixture and we're going to send it all the way up to the edge, up through the higher self, and up, past into the heart of creation. And we're going to make that heart-to-heart connection with the heart of creation. This truly is where everything starts. Intentions begin. Creation begins. The universe takes everything that you want and wish for and believe in, and just you connect with that heart of creation and it starts happening. So we're going to take the iridescent light of creation and bring that down into our higher self, into the I am presence. We're going to make that connection. Know that it's happening. We're going to drop it down into the soul star chakra. Just going to breathe. We're going to bring it down into the crown, the third eye, the throat and ear chakras, and into the heart to mix with the pink light of compassion and the golden heart of Gaia to create this rose gold, beautiful, expansive light you are in the center of as it expands out and goes through all the layers of the aura, all the subtle bodies, all the pieces that are you, and just watch your heart expand. And there's some release. We're just expanding out. We're creating a perfect circle, a perfect sphere around you. It's just you, just for you, just your healing energy. It's filled with all your love, all your strength, all your intentions, all the good stuff. It's releasing anything that is not in your highest and best good. It's basically, I always just think of it as like it's just pushing it out. You can't have the guckies with the gun, right? And as I said that, I was just feeling an extra layer of healing happen for all of us, myself included. Let me see if I can push this back a little. I feel like I'm like right in the face of it. Or maybe I'm just a little bit higher. Let me see if I can drop down a little bit. There we go. Okay. I will tell you 100%. I never feel better than when I am in this healing space with other people. When I know that healing's happening, whether it's one-on-one or in the lives, in the groups, whether I know that someone else is going to watch this in a replay, whether they hashtag replay or not, being in a space of healing like this is one of the most amazing feelings. You're literally tapping into a collective energy of people. Like right now, people are coming together for intentions or for healing, or, you know, it could be a curiosity, whatever it is, but they're tapping into this energy consciously and unconsciously. And it literally is spreading the growth, the collective, and Alicia was making this, and I don't know, I didn't Google, so I'm not, I'd assume because somebody else was Googling. But she was saying when you expand yourself and your healing, you have the potential to reach like, it was like 750,000 people like around you. And she was talking about, she's in Seattle, and she was talking about how like just her expanding, being expansive and staying in a state of joy and healing when she's in that space, it's literally doing this ripple effect out to, you know, 750,000 people. And I was like, really? Like, I mean, I'm in Kansas City, on the Missouri side on Metro, but I'm on state line, so I've got you Kansas people too. And I was just thinking of when she was saying this, and now I'm thinking of all the people that I am just connected to, or that I've become connected to in this past year, and like really expansive people. And, you know, I'm up leveling and healing, and they're up leveling and healing. And like, that's just in this area. And then I'm doing healings, like literally people from across the globe. I've had people from Australia, India, I guess I don't need to name all the countries, but literally around the world. And we have a lot of people in the certification courses that I'm going through, and other groups that I'm going through that are doing, you know, different modalities and stuff. Like, just imagine, like right now, all the people that you are, just you personally are connected to, that you know of, much less all the people that your expansive energy is connecting to that you don't know. And then think of all the amazing people you do know, and their energy is expanding to their group that they know and don't know. Like, and I've said this before on my lives, but like doing any healing work, you're not just healing yourself, you're healing your world, and you're healing the world. So thank you. Thank you. Like I'm absolutely genuinely getting emotional right now because I can feel it. And I am absolutely grateful and thankful that this is happening. And I'm really thankful that you're a part of it. And the you that's watching, the you that's out there, the you that I don't even know is out there. Oh no, I wish you could share. Can you share in the comments? Danielle just said, if you only knew what just happened, I'm giggling so hard right now. So now I'm curious, because that's my personality. I've got this Aquarius moon with a Gemini rising on top of my Sag sun. just threw out my natal chart. But I'm all about the, I don't want to use the word nosy, but I do like a good story, and I do love to laugh. So if you want to share, go ahead and post, and I'll I'll show it in StreamYard, if that's okay with you. But okay, so we're connected with the heart. Obviously, I just had this like heartfelt moment, so I'm definitely in my heart space. Thank you for those that are joining in this space as well. Okay, so what I want to do this time, just for fun, and for those of you that didn't see what was going on, you can always watch the replay and figure out. Sorry, you can always go back and see like how I explain the art journal. This is art journaling, the art journaling board. And when I was doing it at my the Women Veterans Retreat I went to last week, the woman who was sharing this activity with us had an impactful story. Obviously, all of us there have some impactful healing stories for ourselves and for the other women that joined us. And so I was creating this board kind of with my brand, the Bravely Authentic, because my brand isn't just about like, oh, it's my brand. Like Bravely Authentic is it's me. It's absolutely me. And it's me sharing that with you. And everyone who resonates with being an authentic person, which I really believe everybody does, even if they don't feel they're there or they're having their struggles. I really feel like in your heart and your soul, when there's discord, and you absolutely want to be an authentic person. And so I know sometimes we see people and we're a little like, they could be more authentic while we're, I don't know, is that judgy? But it's authentic. It's authentic of me to say that. Like when I see someone, or I've had some experiences, especially with my trauma stories, and I'm just like, why are you like this? Like, what? Like, really? Like, why are we even friends? Like, why did you come into my experience? That's me being authentic right now with you. So, and it's very vulnerable. And, everyone with the Brene Brown, I'm very Brene Brown, and I'm very, a lot of my friends, my current friends, you 5 people you surround yourself with. We're all like, girl, stop apologizing, right? You want to be vulnerable, and you can be vulnerable and say what you think without hurting feelings. You can say it with grace. You can say it with compassion. You can always say something with grace and compassion and still have an impact for change. Let me just say that. You don't have being, vulnerable and straight up isn't always being rude about it. I'm pretty straightforward. So sometimes, I kind of have to check myself. But anyways, okay. So we're in the heart space. We're being authentic, bravely authentic. And that's where I was when I created the board. So I'll show my face. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to run a sacred light intention healing. And I'm going to say some of the things that are on my, let me bring it down here. Yes. Can you still see me? I'm going to say some of the things that are on this board, because I realized that when I was doing it, I had the intentions, but I'm going to set this art journal, my intention board, with you guys, in the sense that I'm going to set my intentions and the intention board and infuse it with a sacred soul alignment, as I would recommend anyone to do. I would do for you if you wanted. And I wanted to do that live. So, and as I'm doing this, any of the intentions that resonate with you, you can also bring those in. This isn't just about me, obviously, then I would just do it by myself. I'm sharing this live. And what I like to do when I do intention downloads with people. So, for example, if I say, I am thankful for you. If I was listening to a healing or a healer and she made the statement, I am thankful for you, or I am worthy, or if I said to you, you are worthy, what I encourage you to do is repeat that out loud repeat it in the first person. So as I, make the statement, you would say, I am worthy, I am thankful, like whatever statement resonates with you. Sometimes when I help people or kind of coach them, with what they've been saying they've wanted, they'll say something like, oh, well, no, I feel like I'm worthy, and I'm positive, and I'm like, okay, so take that and make it a nice statement. I am worthy of, whatever it is. So I am worthy of success. I am worthy to be a healer. I'm worthy of all the things that I want with no guilt. I'm worthy of expansion. And so even I just realized now, even my when you're bringing these intentions in, like even you embody it, you change, you feel a little different, a little stronger, I've got my crown on, like it's a different energy to say an I am statement. And actually I even have this on my Post-it on my little keyboard thing in front of my computer to remind myself as I'm putting programs together and as I'm, even just trying to figure out StreamYard, like I am successful. I'm very successful at what I do when I put my mind to it. And that's kind of my own journey, is I have a self-worth journey as well. And reminding myself to make statements with strength and make them with I am. So I encourage you, when you're doing intention downloads or when you're going about your day, or even to write down a Post-it. I think the Post-it on my door, because I've shared this before, I have Post-its around my house, and I do it at the doors because you go in and out your doors. The Post-it on my door right now for my front door is I am worthy of all the things. Mm-hmm. And I am. So are you. So when I'm working with clients, I always encourage them to make the strong I am statements. So if I say, you are worthy of all the things, and then you just say that out loud or in your mind, I am worthy of all the things. And okay, what's this say? Let's see. So Danielle says, when I was in my heart, I felt this giggle come over me and I just let it go. Let's see, I was giggled loud. I had to get up and run to pee. When I came back to my chair, I felt I met my higher self. This was crazy amazing at the same time. I started to feel embarrassed, and myself said, girl, it happens to all of us. Tell your story. I'm still giggling inside now. It feels wonderful. Okay. So I don't know how this, if it's like, oh, it does. Okay. So everyone can read it. Thank you, because I'm trying to practice how to use the StreamYard stuff or things. Okay. So let me, it's pretty cool. Like StreamYard's got all I was watching my daughter, my oldest, my 24-year-old and I, she's going to be helping me out with, we're calling it the family business. But no, she's going to be helping me out with the healing business. And she comes from a background of foster care. That's how I met her. She's my foster daughter. And she's just amazing. She's been in leadership roles, and she works in foster care. She's looking to work in some other roles, public service roles. Kind of, I was what do you call it? Military police when I was in the military, and then I got out and became a social worker. And she's been looking at, whether she wants to join the military or be a police officer or work as corrections officer, dispatch, juvenile detention, kind of combining her own experience with what she wants to do in the future. And while she's doing that, she's helping mom out with the healing practice and being really expansive. And she's about to turn 24, which is funny because I already thought she was 24, but she's Scorpio. So she's about to turn 24. And she is on this amazing, expansive journey. And I just see that more and more now So it's cool because she can give me, she gives me really good insight on kind of, I don't know, the younger crowd, as she calls it, because I'm like an old lady, I guess now. My girls, according to my 10-year-old. So anyways, so she's helping me out. So, okay. I'm going to, okay, so we're going to drop down in heart space. So let me bring in Sacred Light Intention Healing for all of us. Okay. So you can call your spiritual team in if you want. Do the I am statements. Set the intention for you. Whatever resonates. Okay. So we're going to bring these in. The first one here is I am loved. Little queen over here. Oops. It's kind of like the inner child. Your shadow work expanding into who you are now. Expanding into all the things. So we're going to set the intention and the belief and embody I am loved. I am loved. Ooh, I think I'm going to put that on my door next. I am loved. Okay. So and then let's see, next to it is I am thankful for you. I am thankful for you. And I am thankful for myself. So you can embody that as well. I am thankful for me. You can say that out loud. Oh, I'm probably cutting off my sound. You can say that out loud to yourself. I am thankful for me. I love you. I'm going to just take a minute, maybe not a minute, but take, in all seriousness, say that to yourself. I love you. Feel it in your heart space. I love you. Actually, this reminds me, and I've talked about this before in lives, and I always butcher how they say it. It's the Hawaiian mantra, the Hawaiian prayer, the Hoponopono. Hello. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm just going to say that a couple times. Hello. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. Let's bring that in with a sacred light intention. Oh, now the healing, greater change. Thank you. Hello. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. I just see this. Those that have had healings with me know that when I connect with color. Like I'm going to cry. I connect with color. I see energy visually. And a lot of times when I'm bringing in, I see and I'll see the downloads come in clockwise. Legit, I have tears in my eyes. I know you can't see because of the shadow. Anyways, I'm just gonna have a moment. Hello, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. When I saw that come in, I saw it come in so powerfully, but I saw it come in like a sea foam green. Like there's that certain color, and I know not every beach has it, obviously, because in San Diego it's not like this. But there's that certain aqua green that comes in, and as the tide's rolling in, and it's extra foamy, and it comes into the beach, and it rolls in, and it kind of covers, like just slightly touches your feet, and then rolls out, and you still have those foam bubbles on it. And it always has that, there's always like you're looking down at your feet, and it's refreshing. You're smiling. In that moment, you feel good. You're really connected with Gaia. And it's that beautiful, relaxing aqua color. This green. This actually, now that I'm saying it, it's like this green color, maybe slightly off a shade, but it's this lighter, beautiful, safe vibration. So as I said, the prayer or the mantra, and called that in for everybody. And honestly, you're calling it in for yourself as you're repeating it, as you're listening, as you're feeling it. You're healing, you're releasing, and you're expanding. And you're safe. And I use the word you're safe, and literally it's like, girl, stop apologizing. Or interchangeable. Girl, stop apologizing. For those that don't know, I just assume everyone's read the book, right? Or the girl, wash your face. She did that one. I haven't read that one, but the stop apologizing I have. It's a book, and I can't remember her name right now. I'm sorry. I think it's Rachel something, but it's really good. I recommend it. But it's that feeling safe, or even with the Dare to Lead that Brene Brown, she's written a couple actually that I have. So we talked about earlier, it's feeling safe to embody you as you are, to not minimize your trauma, not minimize your feelings, not minimize what you're bringing to the table, or what you're offering to the world, or what you're sharing to the world. Your authentic self. It is safe to be your authentic self. It's always safe to be your authentic self, because if it's not, go somewhere else. Drop the relationship, change your job, change your network of support, reach out to whoever you need to reach out to. Rachel Hollis, thank you. I don't know, it just says Facebook user. So for those who weren't here at the beginning, I'm using StreamYard for the first time. I think you have to click on something that says allow StreamYard to show your name or something. I'm not sure, but I did see your comment. So yes, Rachel Hollis wrote the book, Girl, Stop Apologizing. And she also wrote Girl, Wash Your Face, which is on my bucket list of books. And I think she might have a podcast. Honestly, I can't put another podcast on my list right now. I'm already backed up as it is. But I do recommend it. I have listened to her podcast before. My daughter and I listened to Girl, Stop Apologizing together on a road trip. I think it was the one from San Diego to here. And it was absolutely what I needed to hear at that time. But when you're showing up authentically for yourself with other people, you're going to attract more people that are doing that as well. And the people that aren't, and I'm not always saying, oh, well, if they aren't, peace out. There might be people in your space that they don't know how to show up authentically, or they're trying, or, they're starting their healing journey. And so I'm not saying dismiss everyone. I'm saying look within and decide. But if you don't feel safe to be yourself authentically, then honestly, you're in the wrong place. And the goal is to figure out how to get into a better place, and then how to get into the right place, and then how to get to where you're always in that place. So one of my biggest my things last year, when I was like, I'm done, like I am going to heal if it like takes everything I have, honestly, and I say it with a smile now, but like I was really like, what the heck, like how do I do this? I'm trying to do all the things and like nothing's working. And you just come to this point where like I realized I was living in fear, and I was worried about when the next trauma was going to happen, or when the next person was going to hurt me, or when the next thing was going to happen, or what did everybody else think, or questioning my own self-worth. And I'm like, anyone who knows me, I'm like, what? Yeah, but I'm human, and I've gone through this journey too. So I had to take a hard look at myself and say, no, I want to stop apologizing. I want to stop living in fear. And I want to show up authentically for myself. I want to feel hugs again. I want my children to have me at 100%, not at 10%. I was listening to this thing where someone was saying that, it was at my Battle Within retreat last October. He's actually, I think he's a marital therapist, relationship therapist. He was also military. He went through the struggle. I think I don't know if he has a degree in psych or social work. I guess it doesn't matter right now. But anyways, like even as he was going through his degree, the same thing happened to him, where I had mentioned before, like as I was starting to go through graduate school and take the courses, I was just like, whoa, like I need to get myself a little more healing. And I honestly decided I didn't want to quite do healing in the way I was being kind of pushed to, or told that was my next step. Being told it was my next step, like do this and do this and do this, as a social worker. And I chose this instead. But anyways, he made a comment that really resonated with me, where he said that, do you go home every night and give your family your leftovers? And he's doing his explanation and his presentation spiel, I don't know what you call it, workshop for us. And this was right after I had my breakthrough and this is all Thursday, with my equine experience. And he was like, you go home and you're giving everything to your clients, or you're just trying to make it through the day, or you're holding on to this person that you're trying to be for everybody else. And then when you get home, you're just exhausted, and you're just like on edge, and you're just, cranky. Like when we get tired and hungry, we get cranky, right? And all of that gets, who's there when you get home? Your family, whether it's your kids or your husband or your boyfriend, your pets. I mean, animals are just as much as our family as human connections are. And so that really, it resonated so much when he said it, like, what are you giving your family? And he said it a few times, like, are you giving them your leftovers? And I stood up, like, cause we're all sitting, in this kind of like U-shaped seating arrangement while whoever was presents. And he's saying this, and I actually got up and walked to the back of the room. Like I had to physically move the energy out of my space, because I felt so much like being honest with myself, being very authentic in this moment, or in the moment then, but I'm obviously being authentic with you guys now. I was moving so much energy and feeling so much guilt and shame for coming home and giving my family my leftovers, and just trying to make it through the day to give my clients and the people that I was working with or serving through the day, like what they need, with, all the things going on around me, and, the stress or just whatever it was. And I would do that for my clients. But then I'd get home and just like, like, what am I bringing to my family? And I wasn't happy. I wasn't in alignment with my authentic self. And as I wanted to show up for a mom, as a mom, like, look, it's an emotional day. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it was an eye opener for me as well. I literally had to stand up, and I was kind of not pacey, but I walked a little bit in the back of the room so I wouldn't disturb everybody in the front. And really needed to, now I know, like, I was moving the energy, and I was having Thursday was an expansive healing day for me during the cohort. But I will tell you, it was in that moment that I was like, I absolutely am not going to give my family my leftovers. And as I'm going to cry. So if there's anyone who is a veteran, which a lot of my friends are, but if there's anybody who is military or veteran or first responder that is listening, or that listens to the replay or listens, I don't know, a year from now, the battle within, here I go plugging again. The battle within was such an expansive program, and the cohort itself, the program itself, the energy that was moved, the healing that was done, and I had to show up for that. So it's not like I just went and I'm like, oh, they fixed me, woohoo! Like, absolutely not. And they'll tell you day one, like, we're not going to be able to fix you. Like, you have to show up for the work. You have to show up for yourself, and you have to show up for your healing. And I will tell you right now that every single person that was there, whether it was somebody that I was in the cohort with, and or if it was somebody that was facilitating, if it was somebody that it was alumni that came during the days, because before COVID hit, alumni should come and support us during certain events. Graduation day, we had the Duncan family, which they're just amazing, and they always go to the graduations, and they lost their son. They're very supportive about the work that's being done. Everyone there is there. They show up for you. Even the people in our cohort, like we didn't know it yet, but we literally were showing up for everyone that we shared this cohort with. I am, to this day, we text on a text chain, on a Facebook group. If someone isn't on Facebook for a while, we make sure they're included. I would say we're probably engaged like once a week with each other. Like, it's amazing. So I chose to show up for myself. I encourage you. And don't think that because you don't live in Kansas City, you might not have the opportunity to go. If so, you can reach out to myself, or you can reach out to, if you go on the Battle Within website, and just fill out the app. They'll call you, and you can discuss what the options are, that sort of thing, even with, just having support. And then, like I said, I went to the Wounded Warrior Project Odyssey is the name of the program that I went through last week. And it was just as impactful. And I showed up. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I showed up for myself again. I brought all this work with me. I thought I was going to do all the things. And I literally like shifted so much energy, did so much healing, and really showed up for myself that I honestly didn't do a lot of work. And I'm okay with that. And now I can show up better for everyone that I am working with now. And I can show up at 100% for my family. It's your home. It's where you live. So that's my spiel on that. Okay, so let's just bring in, I know I was going to do more, but after doing the Hawaiian prayer, I know it's the Hoponopono. I think I always say it wrong. I need to just like put it on the Google and like have Siri say it to me like 10 times and repeat it, right? So I say it correctly. But it was so moving and so expansive. So if you just are listening or came on now, and you watch the replay, I don't know, it's very expansive. So you can join in that energy. And I'm really excited that you guys are here. And I'm really, really excited that you're showing up for yourself or just, you know, whatever it is, like whatever your reason is, whether it's curiosity or you enjoy the healings or you're connecting with this collective. I'm just really excited. And so I am really excited. Tomorrow, sorry, I get so sidetracked. Tomorrow is going to be, I'm going to do a live. And I'm sorry, we're trying to get like kind of a schedule to where I'll have it like posted and reminders and where you can click on it and get a reminder if you want a reminder. But some of these will be actually posted, you know, the week before, the day before. I'll do kind of like a here's what's going on this week. So I am getting I can't deal with not being organized. So coming back from this retreat, I'm like, whew, hitting the ground running. I have all this fun stuff. So I'm doing Fun Fridays. And yes, I am doing the Fun Fridays, and it'll be some different things. My daughter actually has some good ideas too. I pulled some cards in I think it was my last live that I did on Friday after I did the healing, and I really liked it. And I had mentioned on my personal page, this is way before I started Bravely Authentic, I have this card deck, which actually my cards are right here. I have this card deck called the Rebel Deck. And when I first got it, hold on, I don't want the sound to go out. This deck. When I first got it and I was pulling cards, like I was just pulling cards with like daily, you know, cards or whatever. It's pretty, I don't know, authentic. And so I had pulled a couple cards and I had posted on the page. And so I won't say it because of language purposes, just in case, you know, people have kids in the room. So this card says, you are giving too many. Let me see if I can do it in just right here. Basically, you're caring too much. Okay, so then you turn it over and it says, give 0. Plain, simple, fun, right? So the post I did was actually funny because I pulled 2 cards and I was like, oh, this is so sweet. And then I turned it over and I was like, oh, bam, right in the face, right? Like, get your ass together. So I posted about it on my personal page, and everyone was like, oh, can you pull a card for me? Like, I wonder what I would get. Like, and it was a really, really fun post. So I was thinking of starting off Fun Fridays with maybe pulling some from the Rebel deck. I do have some other cards. I have tarot cards. I have oracle cards. I have love yourself, you know, good feeling affirmation cards. I have all kinds of stuff. But these are my fun, kind of like my cards of humanity oracle cards. So and you can look them up. You can get them on Amazon. You can Google Rebel deck. And I think if you Google like Rebel deck oracle cards, they'll pop up. And her Facebook page and Instagram is hilarious. So I absolutely, who is it? It doesn't say her name on here. Actually, that's weird. Just says Rebel deck. But she's really funny and I enjoy her posts. And she'll do like kind of mini readings on her Instagram where she'll pull a couple cards for the day or whatever. And if you subscribe to her email, she'll send out some mini healings. And, she's using the deck. They have a couples one too. And I've been wanting to do a Cards of Humanity kind of card pull as well. So I might do that for a Fun Friday. Okay. So we're going to do Fun Fridays, and that'll start tomorrow. And I'm not quite sure yet if it's going to be at 11 or noon. I was going to have it noon my time, which is Central Standard Time. However, I think somebody is going live at noon, and it's somebody that I want to be a part of. Their collective as well. So not everything I schedule is around other people's schedules, but I try to be mindful of like what I'm bringing into my space and my, 5 people, better lighting here, kind of my 5 people I surround myself with. And, I want to make sure that the collective groups and lives that I want to be a part of, I'm able to do that as well. And then when I recommend them to you, I'm not like, oh, this person does lives on Friday at noon, and then I'm doing Fridays at noon. Like, that's weird. So Fun Fridays, I'll either start at 11. So if I'm not here, you know what I'll do? I will, I'll post in the morning, because that's what a professional would do, right? Sorry. Anyone who knows me. Yeah. Welcome to my world. Bravely authentic. Lots of fun. But I will send out a post or like a little thing in the morning, confirming the time. So it's going to be either at 11 or noon. Then I'll be doing Mondays. So I'm going to switch the healings to Mondays. And I do have one of my mentors, Melissa Riker, I think is how you say her last name. She does the Funnel Boss Academy. Girl is amazing. Okay. She is like single mom in the maternity, recovering on maternity leave, and was like, she was an engineer. She's like, I'm going to change my life. And she did. And now she's in a like 7-figure, I think is what it was. I think I said 6-figure, but she's actually a 7-figure business now that she created, went through all the doing it herself. Very inspiring. She's got a whole team now that runs with her, and her thing's called Funnel Boss Academy. She does, every Monday, she does a live, it's 11 my time, Central Standard Time. I recommend it to anybody. But she'll do, it's different things about running a business. She does share her story here and there of how she was on the struggle bus, as she calls it. Now she's at she's at 7 figures now. She did a live with her business coach, who like it's like a 5-figure just to book a call with him, I guess, or to have him as a coach. I was like, whoa, like when does that happen? I'm just saying, but do you know what I mean? But she's doing it, helping other people so they don't have to struggle. And she's sharing everything that she learned. She embodied all these things and learned how to present them to other people and share that. And like other people are learning from her, and they're expanding and they're growing their businesses. There's healing businesses or healing practices such as mine. There's people doing just life coaching without necessarily the energetic part of it. There's people doing like cake businesses and just any kind of business you might have or you might think you want to do. She can help. And like she puts this stuff on Monday Live, and you can join her academy, or you can just get the wealth of information that she provides. So she does that at 11. She's usually pretty good about being an hour. So Mondays, I'm going to do the healings where we, focus on a certain healing and clearing a belief or topic, or, when I've done some of the Reclaim series, those will be on Mondays at noon. And then I think I'm calling it Move It Mondays. We're going to move that energy out of our space. And I'm sorry, I don't know who said, we'll show your comment because that's really cool that we can do this on StreamYard. So see how it shows Facebook users. I'm not sure it was, but yes. just wanted to acknowledge you. And then, I wanted to also, I was talking for a minute. So this is what I did earlier. The hello, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you and thank you. The Hoponopono prayer. So you can see how it is spelled if you want to Google it, because I obviously I don't know. It's like when you're learning how to spell Mississippi or something, and you're trying to say it. You can see it. It's not that complicated, but it always comes out a hot mess. So there's the prayer that we did to help set the intentions. And just going to ground that in actually for the collective. We're going to ground that into your heart space, into your I am, into the heart of Gaia, into the 12th dimensional grid system. We're to ground all the healing we did today, all the intention setting we did. Because when you set intentions, you are doing healing. And that brings me to Wednesdays. Wednesdays are still going to be Work It Wednesdays at Bravely Authentic. And we are going to do intention setting. So Monday will be the healing portion, which obviously is set intentions as well. But Monday will be the healing portions. Wednesdays will be kind of the lighter, well, I assume this is lighter, intention setting. And that will be at noon. I'm going to try to make it consistent where I'm going live on the days I go live at kind of noonish time frame, because it works. My daughter, who's also in school, sometimes has to share a desk with mom if she's not on point. And she goes to lunch around that time. Like her whole class virtually goes to lunch. And so the kids are able to go outside. It's quieter here. I have a better space. Okay, so Mondays, healings. Wednesdays, intention settings to go along with whatever the healing topic was for Monday. Or if there's anything that has come up for you, you can shoot it in the comments. You can post it on the page, and I will include that 100%. I will include it in the Wednesday follow-up. Also, because I'm live, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you noticed anything from the healing on Monday that you want me to address, I absolutely will. That's what I'm here for. Also, when you post something, it might be, when they say this anywhere, it might be something that somebody else wanted to ask and didn't. It might be something that somebody else can share their experience that they're having with the week as well. And it's helpful for everybody. I was thinking I have a few ideas, and I was thinking of maybe doing a poll to see what people wanted for next week, especially being in Mercury retrograde. Like, it's funny how people as a collective, we experience kind of the same energy and the same overall feeling, even though it's being expressed differently in our lives, because, we all lead different lives and have different things going on. So I would be curious as to what the collective wants as a healing, like what's beneficial for you. Right now I'm kind of going based on my intuition or what I'm in, that inspired action. But I really want to focus on what you guys want. So, let me know. So I might create a poll. Maybe we might do that later today and post it. I do have to get ready for CrossFit. I have CrossFit tonight in my Chalk Up for Burpees program. So Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I haven't been in a week. Tuesday I wasn't feeling good at all. And last week I was at the retreat. So my coach was a Marine. That's all I have to say. And he does CrossFit now, or teaches it, coaches it. No, he's great. I love him. Okay, so let's see. I covered Monday, Wednesday, and then Fun Fridays. And then I have some workshops coming up, but I will talk about those at a different time. I'll be starting a workshop series, not next week, the week after, I think is what, I don't have it. I need one of those big desk calendars that it's on. Oh, I have actually, just kidding. I have a dry erase calendar right here. Welcome to my world. I think I have it slated. Yeah, I had it slated to start next week. So we'll see. If I do, I'll announce it, obviously. The workshops are going to be a little bit different. They'll be like a smaller focus. So I'll either try to throw one in next week so you can kind of get an idea of what they are. Just let's see, I can actually kind of go over some of the topics that we're looking at for it's specifically a workshop series. Calling, what did I, something like be the leader in your life. Something along those lines. But there are some different topics. I have them kind of post-it noted right now. So I need to make the graphs or the graphics for them or whatever, the different ones. And those will be mixed in throughout the week. So like I said, I came back from the retreat really inspired, doing these mini healings. When I kind of put the promo out there, kind of out to the different groups I'm a part of and stuff, and the people that have signed up. And for those of you that are listening that I've had a healing with, this is all of you that I've had healings with, actually. But if you're listening, obviously you're going to hear this message. Thank you. Getting to hear like what it is that you're struggling with or what it is that you want cleared or healed or how you're showing up for yourself or bringing yourself to the table is it's very inspiring, and it's I don't know what the right word is. It's not reminds me. It's well, it does assist me into creating more focused content for you and for the collective as a whole. And so it's not just what my agenda is or what I get intuitively to create, but I'm also, when you join the group and the questions that I ask when you're leaving, like, what it is that you're feeling disconnected from, or what it is that you feel like you want to heal or you're blocked from to be connected and aligned with your authentic self. I really read all of those. And that's what I'm going with. The healings, the feedback, and the answer to the questions. And then I combine that with my, expertise, I guess is the right word. And what I'm always continuously learning new things and new stuff to bring to the table. Because I asked the universe for that. So I'm always getting stuff that, it's not good on live, sorry. That I'm able to kind of combine or add to, or whatever the right word is. Sorry, I got distracted. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to go. And this was really great. I'm really glad that I came in live, and I hope everyone enjoyed it and, did some intention setting today. And I hope you guys have a really great rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow for Fun Friday. And I know I can't hold a card deck in my hand without shuffling. So I guess I'm going to pull a card real quick. We'll see what the Rebel deck has in store for us. Okay. So, and then tomorrow with Fun Friday, because it is live and it's interactive, you are more than welcome to post or ask a question as I'm doing it and see what the Rebel deck says to you. Right, I'm just going to pull a card for the collective, nothing fancy. Oh, okay. It's kind of funny. I mean, just because I was getting I probably teared up 3 or 4 times today just during this live. It says, where are we at? You need a good cry. Those that can see me, I'm pointing to the word because it doesn't. Yeah. I'm really mindful of, like I have kids in other rooms and running around, and I don't want someone to be like, hey, we don't use that sailor language in our house. So, yes, you need a good cry. And then the back says, get the ugly cry on, which I say all the time. Let that S go. Your soul will thank you. So what is the Hoponopono about? Ooh, did I just say that right? It is. I'm sorry. Or hello. Hello. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and thank you. Where are we at? Let it go. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. Thank yourself. And I'm out. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a mic to drop. Actually, I just used the sound of my laptop. So, since my phone's not working, but we will be getting a mic, and maybe one day I will drop it. All right. Have a great day, and much love to everybody. And I will see you tomorrow for Fun Friday on Bravely Authentic. Let's see. How do I just click this over here?